POP is what I want, and I derive joy from it. Do you know that I've learned plenty work? I've learned hair making, fixing of nails, a lot of work, but it was all imposed on me by my parents, friends and well-wishers. They always see me as a woman that I am, and they like underestimate. They think you can't deliver. They prefer to give it to that their men, themselves. This is my work. I like the vibe. I like the name. I like the status of the work. I like everything about the work. Just imagine a hookup girl now. Even if you don't want to dirty yourself, you can actually do something. Other jobs there, they have a lot of works that ladies can do. Some people don't want someone to beat them. Some like that, their flashy body, because that's what they want. Enjoyment. Give me. This, that. And you'll be receiving insults. It's favoring some people, but it doesn't favor me. I don't know how they do it. Plenty people they know they were doing me before. They don't reason me. Just because they saw one of my video, this, that, maybe she's making money, and they are all there. Like, they are all checking up. And I don't see those things. I feel like somebody has to prove himself. I don't neglect, I don't look down. I give you the time you want. I'm always nice and kind to anybody. My name is Okeke Stephanie, but popularly known as Afoma.
Stephanie is a young lady who is gradually making waves in a male-dominated industry where she makes lovely POP and screening designs. Aside from losing her mom at the age of 6 and not completing her education, she has struggled so hard in order to make life meaningful for herself and her family. In this interview with Legit.TV, she opened up on her struggles through life, challenges, and a regret. Shout out to the man behind the camera, Idara. I'm Dolapo Amodeni. Keep watching Legit.TV.
The thing is, I actually lost my mom when I was 6 years, so a lot of aunts, a lot of people raised me. I worked this POP, overhead white ceiling, TV stands, screening, and then anything POP, interior decor. That's what I do. I actually learned it 3 years ago, and I'm doing it today. It's fetching me money. I'm surviving from it. And aside from it, acting has always been there also, because I'm very creative and everything. I am also into Nollywood, but my acting career is meant to be my major priority, but I kind of like see it just for fun, where I display where I let myself free. And same thing with my POP work. I work POP, I'm also dedicated in it.
Why POP? Why POP designs? Why did you choose to do POP?
Why did I choose to do POP? That's equal to my desire. Do you know that I've learned plenty work? I've learned hair making, fixing of nails, a lot of work, but it was all imposed on me by my parents, friends and well-wishers. But today I decided by myself that POP is what I want, and I derive joy from it. My oga that taught me this work, his name is Richard. I actually have two oga, Richard and Noah. So they are always there, like they are being surprised, and I intend to take this my work to the next level, like selling building materials and everything, having my big shop, and I can sell to you, I can deliver your work. Just trust. That's what I need.
Knowing that this line of work is male dominated, we have men doing more of POP design, screening and all that. And you're a woman, don't you get, intimidated by men at times?
They always see me as a woman that I am. They like underestimate. They think you can't deliver. They prefer to give it to their men, themselves. But when you give it a try, you will see. I cease not to feel that way, because I feel I'm doing well. Like I'm actually doing fine, no matter what.
Alright, so in line of that, any bad experience so far or any challenge, major challenge so far?
Yeah, we learn every day. Life teaches us every day. Experience is actually the best teacher. In this my line of work, I've actually learned a lot. I've learned to be serious, really be serious, because that's the only way you conquer anything. You should be serious with people you work with and people you are working with. Work is not a playground where you like see people the way you see yourself. When it comes to play, you play. When it comes to business, you mean business. That's how people delivers, people listen to you, people like do what you want them to do, because this pop I'm doing today is not actually a one man's job. And when I am working with my team, I actually have don't have female in my team for now, or they are all men. So I tender myself, I talk to them, I mind how I live around, I do things around them. So
I also know that doing POP screening and all these things it's like a dangerous job in the sense that you have to climb on something and all that. So doing all that as a woman, have you ever had any so have you ever sustained any injury, either short term or long term, injury, and you can never forget?
I've sustained injuries so far. I will not tell you that I've not, because if you don't, that means you are not doing this work. I've dislocated this hand, this hand. I've lost my nails, hammer. I've my tape has cut my hand, but you can see I'm fine, and I'm still doing my work. That's it. You just treat it and move on. That's all.
You said you lost your mom when you were the age of 6. How was growing up like for you?
Actually, someone asked me where I actually get my inspiration from. Do you know, you have to experience different things in life. You have to learn fast. You have to understand fast. You have to experience, whether bad or good, to learn, because there is nobody there to guide you. Except from when I met my auntie in Palazzo. She has always been my mom so for the past 5 years now. But aside from these past 5 years, oh God, growing up without a mom is not a very good experience for anybody to have. But at least that's what has made me who I am. From there I decided to come up with something positive, to become something. I'm not scared of any kind of business. So far, I'm doing it fine. So far, I'm happy. Do you know, I don't even care how people talk about me or see me outside. I'm just like, I'm just like in my own world, because they are actually not like me. I know my life. I know myself. That's your life when you are just there. But I thank God that my dad is always there. My siblings, they are always there. This is my work. I like the vibe. I like the name. I like the status of the work. I like everything about the work. You understand? That's why I put in my time and everything. My time. I left Nollywood for like 3 years. I was busy with this work. But this year, I feel like I'm back. Let me not say a little bit. I'm back to Nollywood. Doesn't distract me from my work. Oh boy, just call me for my work. You see me right there, live and direct, and you will.
So if you're on a movie set and someone calls you for POP designs and all that, you abandon?
Sorry for interrupting. When I'm on a movie set and someone calls me for POP work, I'll just have to talk with you. Fine, this is me. What do you want? Where you are? Okay, fine. Just, can you give me a little time? I'll be there. That's it. And I will be there. And by the special grace of God, so far, my acting has not stopped me from my POP work. It's always like corresponds. I'm true. I'm on this. You see me decide morning, day, night, every day till I'm through with your work and we check everything. I'm done with your work. I can go back to my auntie's house. I can go back to my house. I can go back to my slaying. But once I'm doing my work, you don't see me slaying. That's it. Because it doesn't give that chance to slay.
Okay. So knowing how hardworking you are, acting and as well into POP designs, what advice would you give young ladies who depend solely on hookups? When I say hookups, you understand what that means. Who solely depend on that? What's your advice?
Do you know that I won't judge them? Let me start from there. I will not judge them because life actually drives us towards the life. I don't know how to put it, but I know that everybody has and everybody should be able to change his or her own story, how you want people to see you and everything. If you prefer hookups, it's not that's left for you, but I will advise you to think twice. Look at yourself. You can actually do something. You have your hands. You are intelligent. You are beautiful. Just imagine a hookup girl now. Even if you don't want to dirty yourself, you can actually do something. Other jobs there. They have a lot of works that ladies can do. Put in your time. Some people don't want someone to beat them. Some like that, their flashy body, because that's what they want. Enjoyment. Give me. This, that. And you'll be receiving insults. It's favoring some people, but it doesn't favor me. I don't know how they do it, but I will advise. They look for something reasonable, tangible, responsible, that you can just venture into. Pray to God and be steady on it. And trust me, it will work out for you. God will bless you. That's my advice to any of them.
So doing this POP work and all that, have you ever encountered a situation whereby someone looked down on you while carrying out your duties?
I should not count. I shouldn't count the people in the area where I work looking down on me because they don't know me. When you look down on me in the area where I work, I feel like you don't know me, and I don't care. But I know they do. But some of my friends like this, some are like, why are you working POP? So real. Somebody actually said, instead of working this POP, don't you think you just start online business, shoes wear, all this posting online and everything? Hey, Jesus. And now I will not mention the last part of the business. The person said that it's illegal, kind of. I was like, wow, my guy, sorry, I prefer this my POP work. Some of my friends actually looked down on me, but I see them as illiterates, even though I see them as they don't. You people don't know what you are saying. Do you know that as I am like this, I can handle contracts? Do you know that as I am like this, I can venture into big business, building material business, and I'll be earning more money. Do you know that in no time I don't have to be working the POP by myself? It will be a company work. Do you know what? All you have to do is just give me money for your material and for your labor and go and sleep. I'll finish your work for you. That's all. They don't know the blessing that comes from this my work.
How financially rewarding?
Rewarding.
Yes. No, is this business how financially rewarding? And do you have plans of, training more women in the future?
About financial reward in this business, that's when you apply carefulness to avoid losing money at the end. It gives, it pays, it rewards very well. That's when you know what you are doing. And then considering training people, I have that in my line of plans. I don't want to suffer anybody's child now because 3 years experience. I think by next year, actually, by next year, I will be comfortable enough to train people. Because when you train people, you feed them, you do everything, and here and there. I have people on my DMs calling me, Mama, I want to learn this work. I want to learn this. I'm talking with them. They are all there. They're like, I would like, if you can, please give me a little time till next year. Trust me, you won't regret it. I don't like the way by you come and I'm like suffering you. You understand this word? Because now I'm still like suffering in this work. I'll not lie you. So I want them to come in by next year when I'll be so okay. And when we get to work, you focus, you learn. I don't want to train people that doesn't know how to. They don't know. They're just there. Maybe you don't know what you want to do. I want to train people like me, women like me that have the same mindsets.
You stated earlier that you learned how to design POP 3 years ago. But before then, you learned how to make hair, how to fix nails and all of that. Do you regret, the years you learned in making hair and fixing of nails? If you had learnt POP earlier, do you ever regret, wasting those years?
I don't regret those time, the years it took me to learn fixing of nails, making of hair. I actually learned tailoring. Yes, I didn't regret them because I feel everything that happens in this life actually comes on its time. There is always time for everything. So the experience, I'm in love, madly in love with my experience. I can fix my auntie's nail, I can weave her hair, I can fix my own nails. I can package my sisters. That's it. My friends. Yeah. I can do everything. So I don't regret those years. I just hope for more years ahead.
But is there anything you regret, looking back at your life? Is there anything that you regret you had not done back then?
I will call it a character in me that I actually regret as a child or maybe as a teenager. I'm always like impatient, like I see the hot, that's me. I see the hot, oh yeah, let's do it. So it has favored me. Being active has favored me, but it has wronged me. Like I shouldn't be that too forward or fast. That's how I made some mistakes. But in some parts it has favored me, but in some parts I regret being that impatient. I learned now to relax more and do things one after the other. That's it.
So how about relationship? Is there any man at the corner?
About relationship, men, my WhatsApp friend zone, they are all in. Sorry, I actually have a lot of guys there, but there's a way I pick. Do you know in marriage or in relationship you don't have to make mistakes? Plenty people they know they were doing me before. They don't reason me just because they saw one of my video, this, that, maybe she's making money, and they are all there. Like they are all checking up. And I don't see those things. Every day I think about my relationship. What am I going to do with myself and relationship? I feel like somebody has to prove himself. You know that kind of thing. I don't neglect. I don't look down. I give you the time you want. If you call me to go to market for you, if I have chance, if I don't have chance, I'm always nice and kind to anybody. They are all like in my friend zone. I will not tell you I have a boyfriend. I don't know what they are looking for in a woman. But I am not looking for somebody who will take me for granted. I have to be important to you. I will show you how important you are to me, but sometimes it's just in vain. I don't just know who is raising men of these days. Sorry. I don't know. I feel like it takes the grace of God actually to see the right person. But I will tell you that I am not seeing any serious. It is what you call serious relationship.
No commitment.
I am not committed, sorry.